This is Trinesha Catrell, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. I am so grateful to have you here on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we are going to talk about what do you want? But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay. So earlier today, like usual, I'm listening to podcasts. I didn't listen to a sermon today. Actually, I did. I listened to a sermon before I left. And I did listen to something else that was similar to like a testimony. It was someone telling their testimonies and things like that, but it wasn't a sermon. And so so as I'm listening to these things about self-development and growth and just ways to really increase and have the best life possible. And I say it like that because sometimes we really feel like, oh, I don't have this, I can't have the best life. I don't have this amazing job. I can't have the best life. I don't have a man. I can't have the best life. Who said that you got to have a person, place, or thing to make your life amazing? You could, you, old people always like to say you could do bad by yourself. I like to say you can do better by yourself. And then when God sends the right people in your life, you can do even better than that. I don't agree with you can do bad by yourself because then it's almost as if you're saying go ahead and stay in that horrible relationship because you're going to be bad with or without, so you might as well have a warm body. You're going to do bad with or without, so you might as well just deal with this person because ain't nothing better than that. That's how I feel when I hear that saying, and I know that's not what's intended behind it. I know that it means that if you're doing bad with this person and without, you might as well be by yourself to have peace of mind. That's what they mean. But to me and any other person who stays in a relationship too long, who stays with the wrong people, who picks the wrong people because you have healing to do or because you haven't done any personal growth, that saying is like triggering. It's kind of like a dagger. It's not really like inspiration. And so to flip it and turn it into something that can be inspirational, let's start saying you can do better by yourself. Because if you don't have peace of mind, if you're not in a relationship that is uplifting you, if it's not helping you, know you can do better by yourself. I'm all for relationships. I'm not the single person that's going to be on here talking about some, oh no, relationships are this or that. No, relationships are amazing. When you with somebody in a healthy relationship and they really cater to your needs, when they really are there for you, when they're really the type of person that you can talk to, when they really treat you really well and they act like you're literally a queen in the kingdom of God, when this man speaks life into you, when he's there for you, when he's being attentive and assuring you and all of these things, it's amazing. I'm not getting on relationships at all. Relationships with the right people are amazing. Like it's that. I mean, it is that. I'm not gonna be on here talking about some. Oh yeah, you and your little relationship. No, congratulations, girl. I'm hoping we all about to win. I'm not. What's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. Can't nobody take none of them things away from either one of us. So we all winning. So I'm gonna be the first one to say if you in a relationship, I'm just praying for a healthy relationship. I'm praying that you both choose each other. I'm praying for just peace over that relationship. I'm praying that you guys just continuously learn each other every day and you go at it like your best friends. You really enjoy and it's lightheartedness. It's you're intentional and the person is pursuing you, but it's not this added stress or like pressure on yourself to be perfect because you could be exactly who you are and the person will accept you for yourself for being yourself. Like that's what I'm hoping everybody gets. I'm hoping everybody gets the type of relationship that makes them want to be a better person. That they really truly work on themselves and improve because they know that that's what they want to be when they're with this person and for themselves as well. So just know that I just want to go ahead and just stake my claim and make that abundantly clear. Okay, so let's get into this message. What do you want? It's important for us to know what it is we actually want because sometimes we can look at other people's things, having comparison and all of these things and feel like, oh, well, they have this. I got to have this in order to have a great life. No, you got to have whatever it is that's for you. Whatever it is that you want is what you should be striving for. It's the thing that you should be pushing for, not what anybody else has. So I have 3 things that I feel will be helpful. The first thing to make sure that you get what you want is knowing that you can't allow someone else's action to determine what you do in life. You know, sometimes we feel like our actions need to be predicated upon someone else's response or someone else's opinion of who they think that we are, or what it is that they want for us in life. Like, if this person opens this door, then I can be successful in this area. No, you're going to be successful regardless. Like, you don't need a specific person to open a door for you. God will touch the right people's shoulder and tell them to open that opportunity for you. You don't need that specific person to do that thing for you. You might be thinking, oh, well, I really want to be with this person, and the person might not want to be with you or something. And you're like, well, I guess I'm going to be single because this person doesn't want to be with me. No, listen, if you want to be in a relationship, then wait on God to send the right person for you, because you're not going to be single forever just because of one person. You're going to find somebody. Okay. So don't feel like one person dictates your entire life. Like they're going to make or break you. They're going to either make you be in a successful relationship or not, or make you get a job opportunity or not, or make you be able to get this house or not. Anything that's yours is going to be yours regardless. It doesn't matter if someone does or doesn't do something in their life. You have no control over what anyone else does, but what it is that you do for yourself in your life. Always remember that. Don't ever feel like you got to be pressured to make a choice or a decision because you don't want someone to do something else. Like, I can't make my friends not be with the guy who doesn't treat them right. That's going to be their choice. And I can't harp on and feel bad if they do choose that just because they use me as a lending ear. If they chose to still continuously be with this person that doesn't treat them right, the best thing that I could do as a friend in a healthy situation, if I know I can handle it, is just to be a listening ear and be like, girl, just speak life into her so that she knows her worth, so that she eventually decides to be with someone who does treat her well. That's what I can do. That's the only thing I can control. I can't control anybody else's actions. I can't wait on, the person at work to see my value and then all of a sudden say, okay, well, now all of a sudden you're valuable. Now I'm going to open this opportunity to you. I have to work as if I already have that position. And if that's the place I'm supposed to be, I'm going to get promoted in due time and on God's time, because that's what God would intend for me to have. And it's not predicated on anybody else's actions. It's predicated on God. If I'm supposed to be in a mansion, if I'm supposed to be on a jet, wherever I'm supposed to go in life, it's not dependent on one person's action. It's dependent on God's action. What God sees me doing, because faith without works is dead. And then him opening the door through other people. It's not one person who holds your life in their hands. It's God who does that. So don't put a God-sized responsibility or try to make it seem like a person is going to make you do something that you don't want to do. You have to make sure that okay, regardless of what happens in life, if I'm working at what it is that I need to do. Sorry, I have these little baby hair pieces down, so it keeps going in my shirt. But regardless, you're going to be good. The second thing is you have to know your worth. People will let you lower your value if you don't know what you want or who you are. I have to say it like that because it's so true. When you don't know that TG always says this saying, and it's so true. If you don't know that you're a diamond and you put yourself in a brown bag, nobody else is going to know your value. If you are a diamond and you in a Tiffany's box, people know your worth. And sometimes people will try to put you in a brown bag because they want you to be at that value. They'll make you diminish your capacity. They'll make you lower your standards. They'll make you treat yourself as if you're trash and act as if you don't deserve better than that because you're allowing them to treat you that way. It's really true that you teach people how to treat you. Because if you allow people to walk all over you, if you allow people to just diminish your capacity and make you feel as if you're nothing, they're going to do exactly that. Nobody wants to put in real work for something that they can get easy. If you're letting them think that you're nothing but that, then that is exactly the way that they will see you because you've lowered your value that much. Don't ever feel like you're not good enough. Don't ever feel like you don't deserve to be treated like a queen in the kingdom of God, because I promise you, you do. Kings don't ever feel like you deserve to be some peasant or something. You deserve to be treated like a king, because that's exactly who you are. You have to know your value so that other people will see it. You are so much more than just your body. You are so much more than just one thing that you do for somebody. You don't even know. You a real leader. Like, these men, man, if they only knew their true fullest potential, we could literally change the entire world together. We are so unstoppable. The only thing standing in our way is us. We are the ones lowering our value so that we don't reach our fullest potential. We are the ones not allowing the family dynamic to be as it should be, because we are so busy lowering ourselves because we feel like that's the way the world is. No, that's the way we're choosing for it to be, because that's what we've seen. We need to change our perspective. We need to change our thought process, and we need to start thinking of our value as God intended, and not just lowering it because one person told you who they thought they wanted you to be. You know, I have to throw this out there because I feel like it will help somebody. I had a guy long time ago tell me I will never ever be with anybody else. I'm never gonna be in another relationship. I will never find anybody else. And that's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of you know what. And it's not true. And so sometimes people will project their own insecurities on you because they don't know their own value. And you can't take it personal, because it's not your responsibility to prove to somebody else that they're worth more than that. It's your responsibility to know your worth, so that when other people come in and try to tell you, give you breadcrumbs, or to give you like something that came off the top of the trash can, you got to be like, nah, bro, I'm good. I don't want none of that. You got to know that you deserve so much more than that. And sometimes, as women, we get down, we might be in a breakup, we might be in a vulnerable state, and we meet this guy, and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And you might be a little weak, but you ain't stupid. Okay. So you know that you're worth more than that. You're not just gonna settle for nothing little. Like, you deserve the whole entire entree. You deserve the whole 5 course meal. I'm talking about the appetizer, the dessert, the soup, the salad, the meal. Like, you deserve all of that. Don't ever feel like you just deserve a breadcrumb, because you don't deserve that little. God did not put you on this earth to just be used by everybody else but Him. I saw that quote somewhere. That is not mine, but it's so true. How many times are you going to devalue yourself for other people's benefits and not reap the benefits of your own blessings, of your own gifts that you've been given, of your own purpose? You are so much more than what you keep on trying to tell yourself or lower yourself as. I don't think you understand how important you really are to this world, how much you can really give to this world if you really knew your truest potential, if you really knew all of the things that you deserve. And I don't want any woman or man walking the face of this earth that's ever seen one of my videos or that's encountered me to ever feel like they deserve less than God's best for their life. Ever. Like, whatever it is that you imagine in your head that you want for your life, and it could be your dream life. Don't start thinking, well, it ain't no way it can happen because I only make this amount. We're not talking about what you make right now. We're talking about the future. We're talking in 1 second, God could change your entire life. That's the type of God I serve. So you thinking, oh, I only make 20,000 a year. You make 20,000 a year as of this moment. Tomorrow you go to work, they got a promotion coming, you make double that amount. Like, you don't know what God got in store for you, and you just have to change your perspective. You have to start believing that you can achieve anything in life. You have to know that where you are right now is not where you're going. And you have to really just stop saying those negative things and speaking that over your life, because God has so much more for you. Don't allow somebody to try to give you a little bit of something, unless God specifically says, work this job that pays a little because He's trying to teach you something, so that when He does give you this opportunity that gives you 5 times the amount that you make, you'll be prepared. Unless God specifically says that, you need to go for what it is that you know you truly deserve. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to treat you really well, and you're going to be somebody's wife, then you got to act like a wife. Like, don't just be like, okay, I'm just going to be talking to somebody for the rest of my life and in a situationship. We're not doing that. You are somebody's wife. Men, you are somebody's husband. Like, don't be just sitting around wasting a whole bunch of time. Like, what are you doing with your life? You can't just be like, I'm gonna just be doing nothing. Like, you got to have some kind of purpose or some kind of vision for your life, so you know where you're heading, so that your legacy can be left behind and your name means something, you know? Like, if not, what are you doing it for? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense if you don't have a legacy to leave behind, if you're really not trying to have a vision for generations to come, if you're really not trying to change things. If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem, you know? Third thing, act like you know and start speaking those things that aren't as if they are. I already touched base with this. But like I said, if you want to be a millionaire, start speaking that you're a millionaire. I don't care what you make right now. Start speaking it. If you want to be a wife, start speaking that you're a wife. Start acting like you're a wife. Start training for wife responsibilities and duties. I know people are like, train. Like, yeah, you got to really get your mindset right. You've been so used to being single. You've been so used to being in a relationship. You don't know what it's like to be a wife. And it takes real work. It's not just like you take a photo and you just sit somewhere and you never do any real work in your life. Like, you're going to be doing something. You're going to have to put in work somewhere. So start training. Because if that's what you aspire to have, then you got to be in prep season. If you really want to be somebody's husband, you got to start acting like a husband. You can't just be wasting time doing whatever with your life. You got to really prep to be a husband, because you're not just going to turn a switch and be a husband tomorrow. You're going to really have to put in work. And so if you really trying to be a successful business owner, and the job that you're working right now, you need to start acting like you already own a business. You got to be the type of employee that you would want your employees to be at your job. You got to start saying, I'm a owner, I'm a CEO of a 6-figure business, of a 7-figure business. I'm a multimillionaire. I'm a billionaire. I am abundant. I'm prosperous. I'm wealthy. I'm making 10K a month. I'm making 20K a month. I'm making $100,000 a month. I'm having $100,000 days or whatever. You need to just start saying, I'm flying on a private jet to places where I need to speak to change the world. I'm at events with Sarah. I'm not trying to name drop or nothing, but you just got to start saying, I'm at places with these people that I've seen that have really changed my life. And because they changed my life, I can now be of help and service to change somebody else's life. God can use my testimony so I can help somebody else. You have to start speaking those things that you want in your life, your dream life, the things that you really only thought could be a fantasy, the things that you thought it was no possible way. Take the it's no possible way, throw it away, and really just start to think about what it is that you want in your life. You want these things, you can get it. It's right there. You are the only thing blocking your blessings. You are the only reason why God hasn't sent it to you. Because as soon as you start praying, you start saying, oh, well, there ain't no way I can make that much money. Oh, you start speaking brokenness over your finances. Rebuke that. Like, seriously, just start being like, I don't make this money yet. I'm in a process of cash flow that's about to increase. you got to start saying, I'm so grateful and thankful. I'm in a happy, healthy kingdom relationship with this man that literally treats me the way that Christ loves the church. Like, this man treats me so good. I ain't never know that was even possible. You got to start saying, I'm with this woman who I would want my daughter to be like. Like, this woman gives me so much peace, and we have so much joy in our relationship. We're not always on the same page, but this is exactly what I prayed for. You got to start saying, I'm going to be the mother of twins. You got to start saying, I'm going to be in this house that's on this acreage, that's going to be in a nice neighborhood or whatever, and it's going to have glass in the front with the black. It's going to be a pool in the yard. It's going to be the type of house that you could have a wedding in the backyard. It's going to be so beautiful. And when I go to speak different places, I'm going to get on a jet to go speak there, because I got to travel all of these different places, and I want to help as many people as possible. I want to serve as much as I possibly can so that my life means something. You have to just start saying everything that you dreamed of doing and go for it. Don't stop until you get there. Acknowledge your wins. Like, don't just keep going and then never stop. You got to say, I went to this one event. It was at a small place, but I made it to one event. I did this and I talked to even one person. God left the 99 to go back to save the one. Jesus did. So if Jesus is doing that, why wouldn't he send you to go speak your testimony to one person? That one person could help change 1,000 people's lives. Like, you just really have to just stop diminishing the things that you're doing in life and acknowledge your wins. Acknowledge the fact that you're growing, that you're learning, that you're becoming better. Every single step that you take is towards that goal. So appreciate it all the way until you get there. And when you get there, appreciate it even more. Don't stop. Like, please don't stop going for your dreams. Don't stop going for the things that you really truly want in life, because if you settle, you're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to always be singing your shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You're going to be in, your last days talking about something. I wish I had traveled the world. I wish I had waited for the man that God had for me. I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that, but then it's too late. While you still got breath, go for the things that you want in life. Stop waiting for another day, because why put off tomorrow what you could do today? You can accomplish so much in life, but you have to figure out what it is that you want. So, thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.